Friday. It is August
28th.
28th.
See how quickly I had that?
But you drop
Now I'm
stuff.
dropping stuff.
It's Friday, August 28th. We are the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Thanks for watching. We are on govsradio.com. That's our website. We're also on Facebook and YouTube. Hope everybody's well. Thanks for tuning in.
It's Friday. It's Friday. Tony's going to sing today. We had a long talk yesterday.
Somebody didn't check out Kashmir as promised.
What's Kashmir?
All right, so so it's not ready to. You're not ready to share yet?
I feel like if I wait like a second, it allows me to share. So I'm, moseying along. But go ahead. Hi, everyone.
All right, I'll start off with the ads, and hopefully you'll be able to share.
Sure.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs. Excuse me. Sorry. All right, yeah, it's on Facebook now, so you should be able to share. And I'm going to start again.
Thanks for letting me know that. How do I press the button? I'm really confused.
Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Two Eagles Auto Body handles foreign and domestic automobiles and motorcycles using such techniques as state-of-the-art paint, spray, booths, and computer color matching. In the event of an accident, Two Eagles Auto Body has their own tow trucks and will walk you through the process from start to finish. From tow through insurance process to return of your vehicle, we are with you. So please call Two Eagles Auto Body at 516-328-2527, located in New Hyde Park, Long Island. Again, we are Two Eagles Auto Body. Please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Roslyn Social, located in the heart of Roslyn Village at 1363 Old Northern Boulevard. Hoping everyone is staying safe out there through these difficult times. To try and help ease you and your family through, we are open for takeout, curbside pickup, delivery, and on your food service apps, and their rooftop lounge is now open. Give us a call at 516-801-4963 and ask for Nick. 516-801-4963. Say hi to Nick. Our famous cocktails and desserts are available to go as well. Thank you from the Roslyn Social, North Shore's premier rooftop lounge. Please check out our to-go curbside menu. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Teespring.com. Teespring.com, where you can get your Govs Radio swag. Hats, t-shirts, face masks, socks, all sorts of good stuff with the Govs Radio logo on it, as well as some of your favorite Govs Radio shows. You can get their logo on your swag as well. So go to teespring.com, order your swag. The money from the swag goes to improving our studio and taking care of a bunch of things over there at govsradio.com.
Which we're trying to do right now.
The studio is getting worked on. That's why we're here. So please go to teespring.com, and it's TEE spring.com. One word, teespring.com. Order some Govs Radio swag. Send us a photo of you with your Govs Radio swag, and you can get yourself some free passes to any of the 3 Governors Comedy Clubs when they open. And if you'd like to stay on top of that and like to know what's happening with all 3 Governors Comedy Clubs, which total up to 5 different stages at the 3 clubs, you can sign up at govs.com to get on their mailing list, govs.com, and you can see their full schedule, what's happening, what's cooking, everything right there at govs.com. And of course, don't forget Bella Vista Pizza.
Bella Vista Pizza.
154 Minetto Hill Road in Plainview. Look them up, check them out, get a delivery. Tell them Knockem Dead Comedy sent you. You get a free garlic knot. They are the best over there. We love Bella Vista Pizza. Super staff, super food. They're just fantastic. So please support them as well. Why do I feel like I'm leaving something out?
What's the KED song?
What?
Andy said we should have to sing the KED song 15 times when you first start up.
Knockem dead. Good morning, Andy Plajanos. Good morning, Will Sharon.
You said K-E-D. Oh, yeah.
Knockem dead.
Right. Yeah, right.
You're really, Andy says his daughter sings that song while she's drawing and stuff. Really? Does she really? That's cool. We're hoping to have that song played very, very soon, as well as some other things. Everything from the studio. We're hoping to get phone calls and technology and people on the screens and and in-studio guests and all that stuff. It looks like mid to late September. That's the latest regarding our studio. Mid to late September, and not only will that, not only is that when the studio is going to be ready, but I think within the first week or so of the studio being done, we should be able to get all the shows back in there as well.
Yeah, we're hoping. We're hoping. I mean, if things, I mean, I don't know how things are going COVID-wise. It's weird. Like, I don't hear friends and family anymore talk about their family members getting COVID anymore. So I think it, you know, I wonder if it is getting better here. But I was just reading today that 900 people a day are dying in America.
It's weird how you look at it, because it sucks to hear that number, but then you look at it percentage-wise, it's still less than 1%. You know, it's no. I'm just pointing it out. I'm not saying that's the way to look at it. I'm basically asking, how do you look at it? Because it's nice to hear 1%, but at the same time, 900 is still a lot.
Yeah. And
it's sad. But for us, I mean, you know, governors, the radio station. I mean, you're allowed, as long as you're 6 feet apart, it's okay. Which we probably could fit 3 or 4 people in that room.
Now that we knocked the wall down, I bet you it's fairly easy.
Well, even with the wall still there, somebody could have stood behind it in the control room.
Yeah, but who wants to do that?
Well, either way, there's you can. I think we can get at least 4 people in there, so pretty much all the shows should be able to get up and running.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the club can't open because we're not. You know, this New York State isn't allowed to have ticketed events yet. But that shouldn't stop the radio station from opening and getting a few people in there. So so it looks like by this time next month we should be rolling in the studio for sure. So we're hoping that comes fast, and we're hoping it's even sooner than that. And we're just like all the shows are. We're dying to get back in there and do what we can. Now, hello Andrew Fremder. Hello Joan Krupiasha. Steve Delaney is watching. Steve Delaney, I'm glad you're watching because you're a big baseball guy. Steve was one of the biggest baseball guys I know. And that was one of the things we were going to talk about today. Baseball in particular, but all sports.
All sports.
This, what was his name? Jacob Blake? Is that the name? Yeah, the Jacob Blake shooting. Jacob Blake, the black man that was shot by police as he tried to. Yeah, you know, the video's out there, but it's you know, I don't know. Did the cops feel threatened? It looked like he may have been reaching for something. I don't know. Either way, the cops shot this poor man. Unfortunately, this had to happen, and so the sports world is reacting. Hockey shut down last night. They're shut down again tonight. Major League Baseball. Most of their games shut down on Wednesday. I even forget now. Steve, maybe you can help me. Was it all games shut down last night, or just some?
Yeah, was it just because we just followed the Mets, and so what happened?
Well, the Mets on Wednesday, they actually took the field, and they were all in their positions, and they were playing the Miami Marlins. So the Mets are on the field, and the first Marlins batter comes up to the plate, steps up to bat, and then as soon as he got to the plate, the Marlins came out of their dugout, the Mets came out of their dugout, and they all stood there for a moment of silence, and then everybody walked off the field, and that was it.
Black Lives Matter
T-shirt on home plate.
Yeah.
And that was Wednesday, and then last night they didn't play either.
Rangers rescheduled their game.
Well, right, all of hockey. The NHL last night and tonight have postponed their games.
So you don't know if it's all baseball or just the Mets and the Marlins? You know, all hockey did.
That was Wednesday. The Mets and the Marlins walked off, and they didn't play last night. But yeah, I don't know if it was a major league baseball a league decision. I don't know what's happening tonight.
Yeah, and it's
yeah. So we'll read the comments in a second, but I'm just curious. I'm curious what you guys think of it. I personally don't. I don't have a problem with peaceful protests of any kind, but I will admit I don't understand. I don't really understand what the sports world is doing. I understand that protest, but a protest is effective. Like if there are people in the stands, and these guys walk off the field, and the spectators are now forced to leave and come back another day to see another game. That's an effective protest. These sports games, they're not playing for a crowd. Nobody's there, so and they have to make these games up. Major League Baseball is already, and I think hockey too, are already rescheduling these games. So these games are going to get played. So I don't really understand, like, who is it affecting by not, like the Mets walking off the field on Wednesday? Who did it affect? The TV station? Us as an audience watching from home? I don't. Again, I understand them wanting to protest, and I get their cause.
Just exposure and
is that what it is? Just to bring attention?
Yeah, just because I think for a long time, especially black leaders, celebrities, and sports, and any type of like leader in the black community, they kind of feel that pressure of, okay, so you're where you are. When are you going to speak out about what's happening that doesn't ever seem to be in the news? And that's like way back in the day. I mean, everything's in the news right now, but like I think like when Ellen came out on her show, like I think for a long time she was pressured, like there's so many gay people in Hollywood, but no one ever says anything. Way long time ago.
Way.
So it was I think maybe just the exposure, but I completely understand the point of it. Sports has nothing to do with what's really going on, and I don't even understand the video, to tell you the truth. This particular video. I mean, we watched it from.
The actual incident you're talking about?
Yeah, we watched it from a couple of different angles, and from what I got from it. So tell me if I'm completely not getting it. Is what I saw is a woman called the police because her boyfriend wasn't supposed to be at her house. So the police came, and let me tell you, like, my dad was a cop, and he'll be the first one to ever tell anyone. He'll take any call and not think twice about it. And as soon as he sees a domestic disturbance call, he's like... And he actually even said to me one time, he was explaining that to me, and I know I'm getting like a little off topic, and there's nothing really to do what happened, but I remember he was saying when he was a cop in Queens, and when and he ended up being like a sergeant when he retired, but when he was a rookie, it was literally his first month, and he was working with a sergeant. He was like the driver, and they get called on a domestic disturbance, and him and his partner walked into the house, and it was a long time ago, so it was back in the day when police would just be like and the seasoned officer said, "Oh, you're really hot-headed about this. Why don't you just take a walk around the block and come back, and we're not going to do any charges or anything." And that's kind of what they would do. I mean, years ago when people were driving drunk, they would just be like, "Drive more carefully." It was like different back then. But the man said, "All right, you're right. All right, let me just grab my wallet and jacket." And he walked into the room and he came out with a gun and he shot my dad's partner. And that was like his first month on the job, and it's like
Killed him?
Yeah, and he never was in any kind of situation like that. The whole 35 years he was a cop after that, but that was his first, you know. And it was a really weird thing, and you know, and my dad would say, yeah, it's like really horrible, like, you know, people will call for domestic help, but then kids are climbing on their dad, and you know, it gets like really crazy. But from what I saw from the video, and I'm just looking at two different angles, and I'm sitting in, you know, my own office, and I don't know, but it seemed to me that the police tried to tase him, and it didn't work, and they had him down for a while, and then he just got up, and then he walked around he walked around his own car, and he was getting into the driver's seat. He told them he had a knife, and he did have a knife. And he was reaching into the car, and the guns were drawn, and they're telling him to stop, and he kept walking around the car, not, you know, stopping. And he reached into the car, and as he's reaching in, one of the cops shot him like, I don't know, 50 million times.
Seven times.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just a crazy situation. I'm just saying what I saw. You know, everything is bad about it. Every single freaking thing is bad about it. So it was that's the thing that the sports are all stopping, right? I mean, it's everything that's led up to this, but is that when they started, this happened a couple of days ago?
Yeah.
And that's when it was? Yeah, so.
But this man's not dead. He's probably going to be paralyzed. So you shot your partner, and then your father's partner, and what did your father do? Did he shoot that guy?
He got his gun and you know, called back up.
So, all right, but is it an effective protest? Is it an effective protest by the sports world to just postpone a couple of games that they then have to make up? So, you know, again, if you want to march in the street, you want to go on TV, you know, as a person, if you're a famous athlete or celebrity of some sort, you want to take advantage of that status and go on TV and make it known that, you know, you are against this. You know, I get that, but I just don't understand what postponing a game does. And again, I'm not knocking it. I just don't get it.
To bring awareness, I guess, but at the same time, like.
But the game has to get played anyway, so I don't know.
Well, I mean, we're talking about it today, and a lot of people are talking about it. I mean,
True.
I read on, like, you know, Bobby Sen, who's been on our show, and, you know, a good friend of ours, and, you know, he wrote this whole Facebook thing about how he's never supporting sports again, and if anyone wants to come and pick up his Ranger paraphernalia, you know, they're welcome to it, you know, that type of thing. Like, you know, it is bothering a lot of people so it's bothering people on both sides, which it brings awareness, I guess. It's the only thing I can think of.
And why do you think it would bother somebody like him? Do you think
Bobby
that?
Sen?
Yeah. Do I guess some opinions are that sports should just play?
Well,
and it's not their place to get involved in it?
Yeah, that sports and Hollywood, that's not their job to say what should and shouldn't happen. They should just be doing their job. I think that's what.
The only thing that does bug me about it is, and again, I am totally cool with protesting anything as long as it's peaceful and letting everybody have their say and letting everybody question whatever is going on. But to walk off the field or walk off, you know, your whatever sport you're playing, professional athletes can afford to do that. You know,
Right.
Most of you guys watching, you walk out of your job today because you're against whatever you're against. You might not have a job the next day. You know, so why can these guys walk from their job we can't. So to me, there is a little bit of, millionaire spoiled entitlement going on. Because even, if I'm an athlete and I did get fired for walking off my playing field, well, big deal, because I made a couple $1,000,000 in the past couple of years. I can afford to go a few months without pay until I get another job. That's the only thing that bugs me about it. Anthony Rizzo, though, and now Anthony Rizzo is a baseball player on the Chicago Cubs. He's known to be, he's almost like a Derek Jeter type. He's one of the best players ever to put on a Cubs uniform. He's just a straightforward, good guy off the field. But I found his comments interesting for a couple of reasons. One, because he's just always a professional, but he came right out and said, I've gone through a lot with my high school and shit doesn't change, he says. So to him to use language like that. Politicians don't give a fuck about us. All they care about is their own agenda. So I was shocked that he spoke that harshly, into a microphone. But the main reason I found his comments interesting, and I almost support a guy like him walking out because it is more personal to him. Anthony Rizzo went to the school in Parkland, Florida, where, 2018? Yeah, 2018, where one of the deadliest school shootings ever took place. And he was, if you remember when that happened, Parkland, he went down there, and he went to his old alma mater and talked to the kids that were currently there, and talked to the families who lost loved ones, and he was very involved in that whole thing. So he's more personally involved in something like this. Dominic Smith of the New York Mets, he's been talking a lot. He was on TV last night crying. He grew up in, I think it's East LA. East LA is famous for, violence and gangs and whatnot. So, so this is probably more personal for him too. But, so let them have time off, or I don't know. I just, again, this is their job. We can't walk out of our jobs. So I don't know. What do you do? I'm not saying they're wrong or right. I'm just saying not every citizen has the ability to do that. So I'm just curious. All right, let's see.
And what is he so upset about? Is he upset about a cop shooting? Because I could understand him being upset about, school shootings. Or is it everything? Is it gun control? Is it
true.
These things aren't, they're not happening in other countries.
All right, I'm going to go back and read some of the comments. Andy Plagano says maybe NTD, you would get that better. Knock them dead, but no K, it'd just be an N. Because, Sallie can't spell.
I really can't spell.
Joan Croupier says, good morning. See you for the Halloween grand opening of the studio. No, we're looking at September. Please, oh God, don't even go there, Joan. Hello, Felix. Any construction is never done when anticipated. All right, well, the construction end looks like it's going to be done this weekend. We've been there a lot. We were there just this morning. Then we just have some tech issues. That's going to take a few weeks, and it's really when it's time to change. At this point, actually, we're just dealing with some scheduling issues to get the proper people in there to do the proper job. So, and that's what's going on. Did you get the coffee maker and microwave, says Felix?
No.
We did, in our own houses. We're all experts because we weren't there when it happened, and we see parts of the video, says Will Sharon. Yeah,
that's
agreed,
exactly
100%.
How I feel too. Like I felt uncomfortable even saying about what I saw because I wasn't there. And you don't even see like the whole thing. So I don't even know, man.
All right, now my mother says the interview with Dom Smith was very touching. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know if I saw a different interview or what, but what I saw was Dom Smith crying. And then, so they asked him a question, and he sat there like this, crying for like a minute. And she's just staring at him for a minute, and then finally he just goes, "Man, this sucks, man." And then he goes, "But I'll be all right." I'll be all right. Like, yeah, that was our concern, Dom, if you're going to be okay. Like, and that was all he could say. This sucks. And, Dom Smith, the night before you played, and I think you were 0 for 4 or something. Dominic Smith, Dom. Right. Dominic Smith.
Maybe that's why he was crying.
He's a mediocre player. He's not that great of a player. He's got some power in his bat. He sucks in the field. But even the power in the bat is occasional. This guy isn't a steady player. He's only playing every day because Cespedes left.
So you want to give him something to cry about.
Exactly. Meanwhile, I think it was Tuesday night or Monday night, the Mets were playing, forgive me, it escapes me who they were playing, but get this. I have never seen this before. They were playing again, forgive me with forgetting who they were playing, but it doesn't matter. They're playing the team. A guy from the opposing team is up at bat, right?
Okay.
He walks. He gets a walk. He goes to first base.
Got
okay.
it.
Speedy runner. This guy can fly. His last name is Birdie.
Oh, does he do one of those things where he hits it and runs and steals?
Well, I already said he walked. So he's already on first base.
But when you said Speedy, I got all excited that he was
All right,
stealing.
well, just pay attention for a second.
All right.
So he's on first base.
Okay.
Fast runner, very fast runner. So like a lot of players do, fairly routine. This guy steals second base. The Mets catcher actually was going to throw to second, but he dropped the ball. So this guy stole second. No big deal, happens all the time. Almost immediately, he...
Who's he?
The base runner. Almost immediately, this guy steals third. The Mets pitcher, Familia, and the catcher's last name is Sanchez. They kind of forgot about him. And this guy caught him. This guy was like, "Oh, you're not paying attention to me?" Boom, he steals third base. It's 2 bases he steals. Okay. So now you got a guy on third. And now I'm Sanchez, the catcher. The pitch comes in, and he's just lobbing it back to the pitcher. A few times. Just a soft, light, high toss, one of these, lobs. And he did it several times. Now, it does not take a genius. If you've played ball in your life, these are the things that you look for when you're a base runner. And they still weren't paying any attention to him. He stole a base. He stole 2 bases at this point, and they're still not paying attention to him, and they're lobbing the ball. So you see that, and it's not once, it's like 3 times. So now this guy's on third base. He waits for the lob. Boom! He comes running in. The pitcher, and you'll see this a lot if you go back and look. Anytime a pitcher has to make a play, they usually throw the ball away. More times than not, they either throw it on a hop or they throw it too high.
Which is weird. Aren't they that's
they
their
can pitch.
That's their position.
They can pitch.
They should be the best thrower.
But in the heat of a moment, when they have to, and make a play, they don't come through most of the time.
Because they can't do their stance first.
Right. Sure enough, the catcher lobs it, the pitcher gets it, this guy is running, the pitcher throws it, it hops, it takes a bad hop on the ground, the catcher can't handle it, the ball is all over the place. This guy stole 3 bases. 3 bases. I've never seen that before. I've never seen all 3 bases on one go-around. Usually a total in the night you can steal 3 bases, but it's 3 different times. This was all, as a part of one sequence. It was disgusting, and that was against the Mets. So I'd be walking off the field too if I was playing like them.
Yeah.
Graz keeps telling me he thinks the Mets are going to make the playoffs. I don't think they're going to make it. I'm hopeful, of course, as a Met fan, but it doesn't look good. They haven't really been playing steady. They haven't been winning steady. It's been off and on, up and down. So I think that's what they're trying to do. They're like, oh, thank God this guy got shot. Now we can walk off the field.
Take another day off, so.
Yeah. We can make headlines a different way. Son of a bitch. Stupid Mets. All right, Tim Saliani's watching. Oh, tonight on domestic. You mentioned domestic disturbance, where your father had to go save the world. Tonight we'll be solving all race relations on domestic disturbances. Tim Saliani. All right, I'll be very curious to see that. I would pay money to see the three of you harmonizing in the chorus of Kumbaya. And you should bring in Nigel or something and hug him.
Nigel's looking good. He lost a lot of weight.
All right, calm down. Calm down. Luann Schwing says they're supporting Black Lives Matter. No, well, all right.
Yeah, we get that, Luann. We absolutely get that. We get it all. That's just the thing.
Matt Palace is watching. Hello, Matt Palace. Hope you're well, pal. Felix was happy there was no game yesterday so he can watch Big Bang Theory on Fox.
And, you know, in any type of protest, one thing that I'm a little happy about is, like, it seemed like when football players were kneeling, like when the first few players were kneeling, you know, years ago, they got a hard time, you know. It wasn't all easy for them. So I'm happy for the unity in this. I mean, if they're going to do it, I'm glad it's a unity thing, and they're all doing it, and they're all doing it to bring light to it. The whole situation.
Triggered snowflakes swearing off sports, says Tim Saliani. Yeah, Jesse Owens should have kept his mouth shut in Berlin in 1936. All right. Oh, Charles Goonan says it's Friday. We should make out. Who? Charles? Me and Sallie, or
Charles and Tim?
Charles and. Wow. So is this a little fantasy you got going? Wow. So she's like all over Nigel. She's all over Tim and Charles. That's a lot of love right there.
A lot of loving.
And is it like you're making out with them all at once?
I'm not making out with anyone.
You're the one who brought it up. Protesting should be considered a sport, says Andrew Fremder. Sorry, Andy Plajanos. He's just glad my joke was read right after the serious part. You should walk off this show for the stealing home incident. Willie Mays Hayes stole 3 bases. Oh, that's true. That's a great movie. And Nigel is one leg away from action. One-legged and black. That is Sally's dream man right there. I think that's why she keeps dumping us one-legged white guys. So, all right, but speaking of Nigel and losing weight, we need to talk about somebody who has not lost weight. In fact, I think Andy Plajanos is involved in this. Wasn't it Andy Plajanos that posted the picture? Andy, was it you that posted the picture that Charles Goonan pointed out looked like Eric? Wasn't it, Andy?
It might have been, yeah.
And you, by the way, found that great picture of Andy Plajanos that was posted.
Oh, yeah.
You have that still?
Yeah, sure.
I think we should show that again. Bear and Cub action. A very special birthday wish on Pasusu to Mike Keegan from Fedora. Oh, okay. So there you go. That's on Put Up, Shut Up, Stand Up tomorrow night at 7. So we have some pictures to show you. I think we showed the Plajanos one already, but we'll show you again. Oh, we didn't show it?
No, we didn't even do it.
So check this out.
Yeah. So
Sallie can't figure it out.
Just shut up. How am I going to get that
just
off?
Go right there. There you go. So.
All right, now you can go because I'm not in
show the picture.
No, the condescending thing bullshit of yours I'm done with. So now I need a timeout.
Oh, Sally's protesting. But
I'm protesting.
But you're hurting now. You're hurting the audience, though.
Who hurt the audience first?
Not
Who
me.
drew first blood? Condescending guy.
I will let you know. I lost a quarter yesterday. I will tell you that. I lost a quarter yesterday. We had a bet what baseboard was. I thought baseboard was just baseboard heating. I didn't know that trim, the molding, was also referred to as baseboard.
Yeah, so we go to the station and the builder is putting the baseboards down. He asked if he wanted to paint the same color as the wall, or does he want it to be like white and stand out. So we went to Home Depot and I got white, and so I'm asking the paint guy, just wanted to make sure. I was like, so this is fine for baseboards? And he was like, no, we don't need it for baseboards.
No. What happened was you said that, but then the guy said, yeah, I'll get you some Rust-Oleum.
He said
Rust-Oleum is usually for metal.
He said I have something that works like a little bit better.
Right. So that's when I was like, wait a minute. So that's what made me think of baseboard heating, because usually Rust-Oleum is for metal or
for
so
rust.
that's why I got confused.
Yeah.
So she's like, for the baseboard. I said, no, not baseboard, for the trim. And that's where it started.
I'm like, the baseboard is the
But I
the
had
bottom
good
of the
reason,
floor.
because this guy started talking about Rust-Oleum. So I gave up the quarter.
He's like,
but-
it isn't, and then he's like,
Yeah. Oh, so now who's being condescending? It isn't. 'Cause, yeah, that's what I did.
that's not condescending.
Show the picture.
No,
It is why
I already
not?
took it down because you made me so mad.
Well, I made you so mad because you're like, I can't do this.
And this is how you press a button.
That's right. Our engineer doesn't know how to press a button.
I do if you just stay off my phone.
You said, how do you get this off?
So I was ordering erasers from, I like this company called Harry's, and you just take like this the top razor and you put it into your razor, and it works really well. So I was ordering it online, and I haven't ordered there for a while, and just as I was done pressing the order, all these pictures come up as far as like tips, like number 1 tip. But there's this
Tits.
cartoon picture of this man to help me out, and it looks just like I was like, oh, it's like Andy Plajanos. So I just thought that was funny.
It does look just like
It
him.
is. I was like, oh, it's Andy. He's helping me with my razors.
He's even got the smile.
I know. So I just thought that was cute.
Yes, it was Andy. He was getting in on the Mike Keegan fund. As we know, yesterday was Mike Keegan's birthday, and I don't know how to put this any other way. I mean, everybody was just posting pictures of famous overweight people and saying it was Mike Keegan, wishing him a happy birthday.
I know, poor Mike.
He's a good sport about it. He was funny. So Andy posted a photo.
Oh, you got it? I was kind of funny.
No, I got it.
Okay.
Andy posted a photo, and he said it was Mike Keegan. And here's the photo. And I'm going to try and zoom in on the face. Well, actually, actually, I'm going to leave it here because it's very accurate. You know, Charles Goonan then pointed out that this looks like Eric. You know, and the face, the haircut, the belly, and the small pee-pee. I mean, it's all Eric. It's all Eric. So,
And you've seen this picture.
I have seen his pee-pee on more than one occasion. I'm sorry to say. Hang on, I need a second after this. So I was amazed. I did not know that there was a statue of Eric in existence. Just like we didn't know there was a cartoon of Andy Plajanos. We didn't know there was a statue of Eric. So I showed Eric. I took him to this statue. I took him there and I showed it to him, and he approved. He approved. He gave it a thumbs up, as you can see.
It doesn't really look a lot like him.
It is. It's the Eric statue. Plus, he's on a turtle, and I will tell you, yes, I have seen Eric try to hump turtles as well.
In the nude.
And
That was a disturbing day.
and I will admit, I've seen Eric hump worse things than turtles. So there you go. So yeah, I thought that was something.
Poles. We've got pictures of him humping a lot of different things.
What is this? Andrew Fremder. If you're going to turn protesting into a sport, if it's about baseball, not only should you be able to carry a bat, however, you should carry everything you need to play the game. Problem solved.
Sorry.
Oh, with the glare, you couldn't see the turtle's shell too good?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you couldn't really see it.
Sorry.
Oh,
there,
that's good.
There you go.
There's the turtle.
That looks just like him. And that's usually the position he takes when his wife's going to kick his ass. Eric Shevlin of Ashland. Okay, so...
Yeah, what else you got?
Speaking of birthdays, talking about Mike Keegan's birthday, you guys want to feel really old? Did you see on Twitter, Macaulay Culkin tweeted.
Is he like 40 or something? Is he really?
He just turned 40, so if you want to feel really old, there you go. Macaulay Culkin just turned 40 years old. How crazy is that?
Such a cute kid.
And a great actor as a kid. I thought he was...
Uncle Buck. I think that's the first time I saw him. So cute.
Yeah, same here. That was first place I saw him, and he was tremendous in that movie.
Yeah, I'm so glad he was a child actor, but I really think it fucked up his life, you know?
Yeah, it did seem to look that way for a while. I don't think he's too... I don't personally... It doesn't look like he's too messed up anymore.
I think you need particularly good parents to be grounded.
Well, yeah, and his parents were not good parents. His
Yeah.
parents were kind of messy. The father was kind of a dick.
Yeah.
And they had, 32 kids or something.
And they're all in it,
A lot of them are actors, yeah. But he does seem like a little bit of a strange guy, but it does seem like, a lot of his demons are behind him.
Yeah, okay, good.
It's, a lot of, as we know, a lot of child actors end up messed up. And it's almost a relief to see the ones that aren't, like the one that was on your favorite show. The one from E.T.
Yeah, Henry?
Yeah. Henry Thomas, that's
Henry
it, yeah.
Thomas, yeah.
He seems to have done okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I was reading a couple articles the other day, and I read that the owner of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, not Jeff Bosey. Jeff Bosey can't even win on Pazuzu. Jeff Bezos.
That was mean-spirited.
Jeff Bezos, he has become the first person in America or worldwide? Do I have it? I think it's worldwide. First person to hit a net worth of $200 billion.
Wow.
The closest person behind him is at $161 billion. That's Bill Gates.
Yeah, I remember when Bill Gates, went over Warren Buffett. I was like, wow, I didn't think anyone would have more money than him.
But this makes me mad, though, this Bezos guy. Because he's known to be a prick.
Don't take my Amazon away.
He treats his Amazon employees like garbage.
I just
garbage,
love
I said.
Amazon. I can't. I'm an introvert. I hate shopping. I just want to put a button. It's like the best thing that happened to me.
People want to hit buttons. People don't want to wear masks.
I do support local stuff when it's open. I just want Amazon. Don't take Amazon away.
People from the 1800s and early 1900s would smack you in the face. They had to take a horse 30 miles to go shopping. Or they had to make it themselves, spend a week crafting it.
You have a lot of rules, and I do respect a lot of the things that bug you. Like, I was thinking about this last night when we were getting the paint for the at Home Depot, and everything's all screwy now in all stores, and so they have the self-checkout, and he hates self-checkout because it takes jobs away, and I totally understand that, and I respect that.
But it's easier.
But I don't
and
use
quicker.
it. I don't use it because
no, I wasn't imitating you there.
Oh. Because I know that, I'd never thought about it. I was like, for me, I was like, oh my goodness, I don't have to speak to a cashier. This is so great. I can get out of here as fast as I want and not speak to anyone. And so to me, I was like, this is the most amazing thing. And then, Tony's like, yeah, well, how many jobs are lost because you want to get out of there and not say hello to someone? I'm like,
the fast food joints with their little kiosks. Press a button for this.
So
Press a button for large fry.
You're absolutely right.
Tell the person what you want.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and I understand that. And so, yeah, it's ridiculous that they and they actually. I mean, I don't have the information in front of me, but I read something like a month or so ago that they're coming up with machines that will actually flip burgers at McDonald's. And yeah, and they're like, well, it's the safety of the employees.
Yeah, sure it is.
Police can battle on our,
I hope that machine, like a wire trips or something, and it's just flipping like this, and burgers are flying over the wall for an hour.
Yeah, and years ago I would have thought, oh, that's nice, new technology.
No.
And now that Tony points this stuff out, I'm like, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Nope.
But But yeah, so there's a lot of stores that you
But-
have a lot of rules as far as like Walmart's completely out. and I
Walmart
agree
treats
with
their
that.
employees like crap.
I am not
You
a
will-
fan of the
You will
Walmart.
not see me in a Walmart.
But I think, yeah, I felt as strongly about Walmart as you did before we even talked about it. Like, it's
Kmart,
just-
you don't see me in as much. Well, actually, hardly ever. I think I can count on one hand how many times I've been in a Kmart.
Like Walmart will hire a whole pile of people to work just under full-time hours, just so they don't have to give benefits. It's like,
Well, Bezos
really?
did that too. He cut benefits. This is a guy, his net worth, fine. It just was announced that he just hit the 200 bill.
And I thought he
net
went
worth,
through a
but-
divorce this year, no?
Yeah, and she took a ton of his money.
Wow.
And that's what I'm saying. So, fine, he just hit 200 billion, but, you know, when he hit, 50 million, when he hit 10 million, there's no reason for this clown to cut benefits to people who he's paying, $40,000 a year to.
Right.
Give me a break.
Right.
This guy's got more money than he'll ever see. He'll never be able to count it. He'll never be able to spend it all. He will be able to support his wife and kids, their kids, and their kids, and probably more.
Yeah.
Yet this guy has to cut benefits, cut pay, treat employees like garbage. There should be laws against this. It's ridiculous. It's a shameful thing. And I hope that 200 bill is worth it, you asshole. Because your wife still left you. People still hate you. People still just talk to you because you have money and they act like they like you. So have a good life with that. Will your 200 bill buy you happiness? You son of a bitch. I'm going to protest. I'm out.
Speaking of this face, you know
This
what you
face?
need?
I need a lot of things for this
You know what
face.
you need? You know what Amazon is offering?
Oral sex from his ex-wife.
Amazon today came out with, it's called the Halo Bracelet. And it's like from Echo. And you wear this bracelet. Show your mad face again. The bracelet will not only do things like Fitbit stuff, but better, like find out like how much of your body percentage is fat versus whatever. But it actually, the bracelet will hear your tone of voice. So you wear this bracelet, and it's meant to be like this social emotional thing, where at the end of the day, the bracelet will tell you what your tone was like, because it will say, even though you think you spoke in a calm, nice tone, it will tell you you were a little condescending today.
I have you. I don't need a bracelet.
That's what actually I was thinking. Like, don't these people live with like in-laws or family members that can tell them what they're doing wrong?
So the bracelet, but will the bracelets say, all right, you sounded this way, but we can tell you really feel this way?
No, it actually just
Big
says,
deal.
just so you know, even though you think you say something in a nice tone, and I wonder if it tells you that you're talking with your hand, because it does the Fitbit thing. Like, we noticed a lot of activity when you were just trying to say,
Again, I need a Fitbit.
have a nice day.
I'm Italian. I know I talk with my hands. All Italians do. I have a mother that's still, and she's 105 years old. She still tells me she's going to smack me because of attitude. You tell me like every other minute that I have attitude. I need a bracelet to tell me that.
It'll get a readout and it'll say your tone was harsh today.
Shut up, Fitbit. I bet they sell you at Walmart.
I'm so getting this for you.
Great.
It's
That was tone. Great.
great. You were a little sarcastic today. That's what I'll say.
I think we should boycott Fitbit and Amazon, and we should all just meet
Can I
up.
buy the Halo first and then we'll
No.
boycott for like a week?
I think we should all have Gov's Radio outings where we all go shopping together and spend the day together and eat and shop. I wonder what would it be like if Jeff Bosey owned Amazon. I imagine Jeff enjoys the Amazon sex position.
What's the Amazon sex position?
I don't know. Andy, what is the Amazon sex position? We're so bad with, we know what positions are, we just don't know what they're called.
Is that our problem?
That's what happened last time. What was the position last time? The cowgirl?
Something about a cowgirl.
Yeah, we knew the position. We just didn't know that's what it was called.
A backwards cowgirl.
Yeah. Andy seems to know the titles for all. He scares me. Taking a horse shopping like Goonan does now. Yes, that's right, Joan. Charles shopping with the Amish at Hershey. If you're going to replace cashiers with those machines, the cashiers should take a training course on how to fix the machines. That way they can stay employed. Well, that's the whole thing. They want to have, 8, 10 of these machines where one person can fix them when something goes wrong.
Yeah, so like 8 people are out of work.
Right.
And one person is running around ragged.
Money actually does grow on trees. It's made of paper, which is made of wood, which comes from the bark of a tree. Now I need something else in my life to call me an asshole.
Yeah, it's supposed to help you like social, emotional stuff to help you be a better person to your family. Because some people don't know when their tone is not very inviting.
And I'm going back.
You're like,
I'm going back to the workers being replaced by machines. That's part of the problem. We were all so quick. Our children suck. They don't know how to talk to each other. They just go on their video games and they don't go outside and talk. Well, who's building these stupid vending machines? Not vending machines, cashier machines. We are, not 10-year-old kids.
Yeah.
And those machines take away the human experience too, don't they?
Yeah, remember like the first few times you had your kid go up with like $1 to buy something and say please and thank you and.
Right. You teach them manners, you teach them socialization. And Andrew Fremden just pointed out, sometimes you just go through a line, you just maybe have a nice little laugh with the cashier, you have a nice conversation for a second. For crying out loud, just and that too, the fact that everything is so quick, everybody's in such a rush. Everything's got to be done so fast. Nobody has free time anymore. God forbid you wait 10 minutes, 5 minutes even online to buy something. People are freaking out. Especially now. What are you freaking out over? You can stand online with your phone.
Right. And
look at your Facebook and watch us. While you're online. So just shut up.
Your Halo's going to have a very, very...
I'm not wearing that. Unless it vibrates and I wear it as a cock ring. The Amazon position is new this year, says Joan Krupiash. How does she know?
And what could be new about the Amish? They've been around forever.
What?
Amazon position. I thought you said the Amish sex position. The Amazon sex position
is simply just bend over. Here we go. It is when the man lays on his back on the edge of a couch, tucks his junk between his legs, and the woman mounts him and thrusts like a dude would?
Wait, what?
Sits on the edge of a couch.
Don't worry, Tony's mommy, we're not going to use the couch.
Tucks his junk in, and then the woman.
Why would you tuck? Why would you tuck your junk in?
Why wouldn't you just let it go in and have some fun? Like, are you saying the guy likes men, so he likes to tuck it in and pretend that it's? Or does the girl like girls, so that he tucks it in, so the girl feels like she's
scissoring?
Yeah, I don't. What? And why do you know this, Andy? I told you, Andy scares me. Andy scares me just because he's a big bear and he'll beat me. But Andy just scares me because he's like Hannibal Lecter or something. He's like an evil genius. He's smarter than Wile E. Coyote, who's an evil genius. But yeah, I'm a little freaked out right now. All right, so I got something else.
Oh, what?
All right, so I also read an article, and I don't know, I'll get into this and let's see what you guys think. I read an article that talks about some movies that are considered some of the worst movies ever,
I've seen a bunch.
but people love these movies. I'm gonna give you the list that this article mentioned.
So let me tell you that, like, The Last Airbender is not one one of those that anyone likes.
Who?
Worst movie ever, and
Who's in
no
that?
one likes it.
What is it? I don't know.
M. Night, come on.
Oh, M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, the last Airbender, the Avatar movie that came out. Yeah, it was awful. I'm still mad about it. Because I loved the cartoon, the animation of it. It was funny and so well written, and M. Night comes along and fucks it up.
Yeah, that guy, he made Signs, which was fantastic. He made a couple good ones before that. And then after Signs, this guy just couldn't make a good movie to save his life. All right, so
it was
that
awful.
So yeah, that's what I'm asking you. No, but I'm not asking you guys what are your worst movies. What bad movies do you love? That's what we want to know.
All right, okay.
What bad movies do you love? And I'm going to read the list in this article I read. And I'll be honest with you.
Was there any on there that you felt the same?
I was getting it. Yeah, there were some that I agreed with, but I'll be honest, there were a lot of these movies I never heard of.
Oh.
But all right, I'll just give you the list. Hocus Pocus. That's Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker. I never saw it.
I never liked it.
Robin Williams, Hook. And
Never
that I
liked it.
saw, it sucked.
I don't like it.
That movie sucked. I'll be honest with you, as a big music buff, the only two things I enjoyed from that movie were cameos from Phil Collins and David Crosby.
Oh.
The rest of the movie
I
sucked.
don't even think I noticed that.
Oh yeah, during one of the fight scenes, David Crosby gets hit. He's one of the pirates. And
That's great.
He gets hit in the nuts, and you see him go. Yeah. Some movie called Hot Rod. Never heard of it. The Spy Who Dumped Me.
Never heard of it.
The Greatest Showman.
I don't think I know what that is.
That's Hugh Jackman. And I will tell you, it looked bad in the commercials. I know lots of people, like my son, wanted to see it just because it was Hugh Jackman, and he's Wolverine. Hugh Jackman sucks. Nick Cage sucks. Hugh Jackman is like another Nick Cage. If it's a movie with Hugh Jackman, you know it's going to suck. That stupid movie that he filmed behind Governors.
In Wolverine.
All right, great. So he was good in Wolverine. All right, great, big deal. So he gets to carry that the rest of his life.
Yeah, now I see your point.
We had a good show back in February 2nd, 2019. That means our show is the best ever. We're number one. We're the number one rated show in all radio stations. So Hugh Jackman sucks. That movie he made behind Governors that we said, oh, this might be fun to watch because he made it. Holy shit, was it bad.
All right, what else you got?
The Perfect Score.
Who's in that?
I have no idea. I never heard of it. Empire Records. I saw that. That kind of blew chunks. What's her name? Liv Tyler. Liv Tyler's in that.
I thought this was going to be like a guilty pleasure movie. Overboard is.
Overboard was a funny movie.
Hokey, but it's the greatest movie.
It's hokey, but it wasn't bad.
That's what I thought you meant. Like you're embarrassed to say yeah, I watched Overboard again for the 28th time
No.
today.
Bad movies. Overboard is known as a good, funny movie. In fact, they just remade it a few years ago. These are movies that are bad, but according to this article, there's a good chunk of people that like to watch these movies. Baywatch. Now that's another one. I'm sorry, but anything with The Rock in it sucks. This is, this guy, he just builds his muscle up, he makes that stupid face, he thinks he's hot stuff. Can you name one good movie The Rock made?
Wasn't he the...
And if you tell me Fast and Furious, I'm going to reach through here and smack you.
Didn't he do the Tooth Fairy?
I don't know. I'm sure he's done a lot of people.
In that.
There was a movie called The Tooth Fairy?
Yeah, he played the Tooth Fairy.
He played the Tooth Fairy.
I think so. I could be wrong, but I think so.
I think you're just enhancing my point. Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, it was cute. He played the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, and he made, again, I think that just proves my point right there. He made a Baywatch movie. All right, next. Tim Allen, Christmas with the Cranks.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I remember it, but I didn't see it. I remember it when it came out. Brother Bear, which was some animated thing. A movie called Grandma's Boy, which I never saw, but it made me laugh to see it on the list because the soundtrack features our pal, Mark White from the Spin Doctors.
Oh, really?
So that's why it made me laugh. A movie called Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
You know that one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Newsies. Remember Newsies?
Wasn't that supposed to be good?
I remember. I
don't think I saw it.
I was with a girl who was dying to see this movie. Because what guys do, they think with their peepees, and they want to have fun with their peepees. I took this girl to see it in the theater because I wanted her to enjoy my peepee. God, this movie was awful. Christian Bale singing, "I'm delivering you a newspaper." This movie was bad. I think actually it had a second life on Broadway. I believe they brought it to Broadway and it did well, but...
Was it a musical in the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, you hate musicals.
That's what I'm saying. You want to see Christian Bale sing.
You're not
Batman.
a fair judge of musicals.
You want to see Batman sing? Go see Newsies.
Like, I'll watch like The Sound of Music and be like, what the hell is this? You just don't like musicals.
Yeah, but I can appreciate... First of all, Julie Andrews, her voice back then was fantastic. And I can appreciate the plot.
You just don't like the concept that someone breaks out into song.
Right. But I appreciate the plot, and I appreciate that it was well done and people love it.
Yeah.
No, this movie...
Right.
So it
was bad. It was a bad musical.
Like, I appreciate country music and rap. I appreciate, Public Enemy and what they do. It's not my particular favorite music to listen to, but I won't sit here and tell you rap music is bad.
Right.
But unless it is really bad, like something Will Smith would do.
Because every genre has a bad element.
Right. So I'm not going to tell you that The Sound of
it.
Music sucks because I don't like musicals, but Newsies blew chunks. Some movie called Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo?
Romeo, like a gnome, a garden gnome. Romeo and
Really?
Juliet. Yeah, it was a cartoon, I believe.
Was it like the concept of? Remember when people used to like steal people's gnomes from their yard, and they'd go on vacation. And they'd take a whole bunch of like Polaroids on vacation, and they'd bring back the gnome and put the pictures around the neck.
I didn't look up the plot. I'm just telling you the title.
Okay.
Venom, which I did not see.
I did not know.
My son wanted to see that. We never got around to it.
Is it a superhero movie?
Yeah, kind of. It's a villain movie. You remember the third Tobey Maguire Spider-Man?
Not really.
Oh, well, you don't remember that he turned into that black...
The black Spider-Man outfit?
That's Venom.
Okay.
That's what it's... and she's the Man was the last movie mentioned here. Is that Amanda Bynes where she transforms into a man? Maybe? I'm not sure.
Oh, really?
But those were that's the list.
That's a bad list.
Well, so yeah, Overboard doesn't count. Name a bad movie that you enjoyed watching?
That I came home, I'm like, oh, it's a great movie, and then you found out it was a flop?
No. A movie that you know is bad, but you still like to watch it.
None.
Come
on. Why? Okay, well, what do you have?
Good question.
I have a lot of guilty pleasure movies.
All right, you know what? I'm going to go with, which I don't think it's a bad movie, but the general, and we've joked about it a lot.
Usual Suspects.
No, The Usual Suspects
is that it?
No,
is that what you're going to say?
No,
you were going to say that, weren't you?
Please comment and tell her what a great movie that is. That movie is down in movie history. It's one of the best movies ever made. That's not opinion. That's a fact.
The best.
I'm not talking about idiots who don't like good movies. I'm not talking about that. I'm going to go with my Beatles movies because
they're awful.
Yeah, you've only seen half of one.
They're awful, and you showed me the best. You showed me the one that I would probably like, and I was like,
A Hard Day's Night is a great movie.
Oh, it's awful.
It's a great movie.
Don't have a plan B if you think you're going to like this. Really, people, trust me on this.
All right, so bad movies, but movies I knew were bad but still enjoyed watching.
Like, I love, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Okay, that counts.
Was a bad movie. And I actually really enjoyed it. And but I watched it. I didn't see it right in the movie theater. I watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer show for a long time and really loved it. And then so I watched it just to watch a goof on it because it was goofy. But I liked that movie. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Joan Cooper-Asher says Andy needs therapy. Andy is more scary than Tim, says Joan Cooper-Asher. The three people you fear most are on Shut Up Stupid this Sunday. Shameless plug. Andy, Sallie, and I. What? You're on... Oh, that's right. You are on Shut Up Stupid
Yeah,
this weekend.
so Tim's doing his Shut Up Stupid show this Sunday, and I'm on it. I'm asking a question.
Nice.
Who else is on it?
Andy.
Oh, I thought you said 3 people.
Right. The three people I fear the most. Andy,
Mm-hmm.
Sallie, and the host, Tim.
Oh, right, okay. Condescending eyeball. See, they're not going to be able to. Maybe the bracelet should be on your eyebrow to read your condescending eyebrow.
You're making me cry.
At the end of the day.
My eye is tearing all of a sudden. Andrew Fremder loved Hook. Movie sucked, Andrew. Sahara is my guilty pleasure movie, says Andy Plajanos. I don't know that. Do you know that?
Mm-mm.
Sahara. Hot Rod is with Andy Samberg. All right, see, that's probably why I didn't see it. I don't get what people see in Andy Samberg. I just don't think he's funny.
Yeah, you
Sorry.
don't like him.
Sorry. A Ghost Story is the worst thing ever put on film, period. Who's in that? I don't know that one. Empire Records rules? Come on, Andy Plajanos. High Fidelity rules. You want to see a cool movie involving a record store. High Fidelity.
Actually, read the book. The book, High Fidelity, is fantastic.
Yeah, but the movie has the Springsteen cameo, which that alone makes it a great movie.
Yeah.
Which, has anybody seen the series? They redid High Fidelity as a series with Lenny Kravitz and Lisa Bonet's daughter. Like, instead of a guy being the main character, it's a girl.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like to watch that. I did download it off my illegal sites. I can watch Robin Hood Men in Tights over and over again, but that's not a bad movie. That's a hilarious movie.
That's a guilty pleasure.
Dwayne Johnson was awesome in the movie San Andreas.
How about Turner and Hooch? Is that
considered a bad movie?
Because I love that movie.
Sally is right. Tooth Fairy was a thing. Okay.
That was cute.
Dwayne Johnson was also Mona in the movie Mona, or Moana. I don't know what that is.
Moana.
Jeff Bosey, I totally fucking agree. If I wanted to watch a movie where a bed sheet walks around, I'll film one of my own after I take care of myself.
The Ghost.
Or the Tooth Fairy, maybe. Grandma's Boy is fucking genius, says Andrew Plajanos. Drop Dead Gorgeous is awesome. This list is shit. Oh, okay. You should have cut a hole in the bottom of the popcorn bucket. Billy Jack movie, horrible but loved it. Venom was amazing. The Room, yeah, The Room is bad, says Tim Saliani. Chevy Chase Vacation movie, bad but made me laugh. Yeah, you would say that? No, I wouldn't label that as a bad movie.
What movie?
Vacation.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Christmas Vacation was bad. My wife made me watch The Notebook.
Oh, I love The Notebook.
Yeah, but see, again, you didn't like it, but that's not known as a bad movie. The Help movie by the Beatles was great. Thank you, Felix. I love that movie. Love that movie. It is so outrageous. I love that movie. Andrew Pilgano says Sallie strikes me more as of a Help girl. Should we try it? Should we try Help? She hated Hard Day's Night. We never tried Help.
Thanks a lot, Andy.
All right, we're going to try Help. Scarface is a legendary, great, bad movie. Yes, Don. Yeah, all right, that might be mine. Plan B, how are you watching that? What do you mean? What do you mean? High Fidelity is a different movie. Empire Records is a seminal representation of Generation X culture and music. All right, then watch. Fine. All right, I agree with you there. So then watch. What's that other one with Matt Damon? Not Matt Damon. Matt Dillon. Singles. The one that the guys and Bridget Fonda. All the Seattle guys. That's a good movie.
Mm.
Forget your Empire Records. All right, and we're out with that, right? We're out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. It's time for us to go. It's Friday. Everybody have a great weekend. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, but hopefully you still enjoy your Saturday. At least here if you're here in New York. We didn't see really much of Dr. Ken Pichel this week.
No.
What's up with that? Don Sill, is he mad at us? Find out. And if he is, everybody have a great weekend. Today is Friday, so what do we got tonight? Just domestic disturbance at 9:15, right? That's it today? Domestic disturbance, 9:15. Don Sill and Benny Rizzuti tomorrow with Put Up, Shut Up, Stand Up, Pasusu. We don't know if there's Tom Galati. I don't think so. He hasn't really been doing much. So check out Don and Benny tomorrow night at 7. Our favorite show, Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up, is on. Don't forget this weekend, if you're in England, Elio's playing. David Clark is playing tomorrow night if you're on Long Island. Don't forget the Slim Kings. Our friends in the Slim Kings are putting out new music. So go to iTunes and support them.
Tim Saliani on Sunday.
I knew I was forgetting something. Thank you.
8 o'clock.
Tim Saliani, Sunday night at 8 o'clock. Shut up, stupid. Sally's on it. Andy's on it. I bet you Tim cropped me out.
No.
During my little
well, don't
sneaking
say
appearance.
anything. He steals your thunder. He has to do that. What is that? Thunder stealer.
What are you talking about? Oh, did I say it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Now we have to have more meetings.
Sally and I will be back here on Monday at 11 a.m. Everybody have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay happy, stay sane, stay healthy. We'll see you Monday at 11. Bye, everybody.
Bye.